Welcome back, Griddle Cook Eat More. Today we got a new grill to fire up. Check out. So I upgraded my Weber Q to the new Weber. Well, I wouldn't say new. I think it's been out since like 2023, but new to me because I've never seen it before. But we're talking about the Weber Q2800N Plus. I originally discovered it, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago, something like that. And then, so anyways, I have currently the Weber Q1200, older ones, probably like, 10, 15 years old. And before that, I had the Weber Q, the original Weber Q100. That was just their base model. So I seen this on, I think, Amazon. It was like $300 was a good deal on it. And then I didn't pull the trigger at that time. It's $300 for, I thought was a good deal because the Weber Q1200 I got goes for like $279 or something, like $270 right now. So for like $30 more or whatever it was, you can upgrade to the 2800, the newer model. So let's take a look at them. I got them side by side, just kind of show you a size comparison, and then tell you about some of the new features that they did. All right, so here we go. So obviously on the left-hand side is the Weber Q1200, and then over here we have the 2800N, which is quite a lot bigger. Mine's a 1200 in the older series, but they made like a 2200 and 3200, so they did have bigger sizes. At least over here in the United States, that's the only option they're having in this new series. So it is a lot bigger, as you can tell. So some of the upgrades they did in comparison is it's a higher domed lid, apparently a better thermometer on it, easier to read thermometer, they say. I don't know. One cool thing that I really like down here is the grease tray slides out like that, where that one down here, you gotta slide it out from the end there, one way or the other. And over here, it's hard to see, but your burner controls there on the side. And on this one, they put the controls in the front. And in the Plus, which you see the Plus burner there, is they added an additional burner to it in the center, which we'll show you here shortly. But this one's got side shelves, which are built in. You just fold out on here. Now we go over to this one. Let's open it up. These side shelves. So these side shelves, if I can do it one-handed here, you got to kind of pop it in like that. There we go. So they pop in like that on each side. Now, I've seen a lot of other reviews. People don't like that. They kind of like the built-in ones, but I like this because a lot of times I hardly ever use the side shelves on my other one, and it makes my overall grill footprint less small, because once I open up this one, as you can see, which we got to spin it this way, it makes it a lot wider with it. And what do you do with it, I mean, you can take them off, but then you lose it if you do want it. It's made to hook up to the 1 pound bottles. So now on the Weber Q2800N, it's got a solid propane line here, or one that hooks up to a 20 pound, or also got a 5 pound bottle. And you can see this thing is quite a bit bigger. Now it's got the split burnt things here. Let's take these off. That center burner there, that's your plus burner. Something new with the old one didn't have. It's got like a little deflector there too, I guess, coming straight down to go into your grease catch there. But on the 1200 there, it's just got, one circular burner like that one, but smaller. And I think the 1200 is like a 6500 BTU burner. And I don't know, both these combined, it's like 12,000 BTUs or something like that. It's a lot more powerful, but a lot bigger grill. Now, people do say online this thing gets a lot hotter. Some say up to 700 degrees that they've seen. The old 1200, it gets about 550 degrees. Plenty hot, sears a great steak. So I'm going to get this thing fired up. We're just going to burn it off. I'll get it cranked up, let it run a while, and it'll bring you back, kind of see what kind of temperature we max out on. And then from there, we'll probably do a cook after that on it, just to test it out, the first cook. All right, we're going to get it fired up, and we'll be back. And then, it's got electric ignition right there, a little battery-powered ignition, and so does the other one. Okay, let's check it out. As you can see here, that thing is pegged over 750 degrees. I've let this thing heat up probably half an hour. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn off the main burner. And I'm just going to leave the plus burner on high. That's just the center one. And we're just going to let this keep going and let it level out and see what my temp is with the center burner. Because my idea for the first cook is we're going to do some chicken wings. And I want to kind of create that vortex style where I'll put the chicken wings around the edge there, away from the burner, and the burner sends the heat and kind of does a little convection thing, hopefully. And I can get some really crispy wings. That's the plan. We're going to shut the lid, let this thing probably go another half hour or so, and see where it's at, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, so we've been letting this thing sitting right about 400 degrees, maybe a few degrees less, and that's just with the plus center burner on high. So we're going to try some wings on here, indirect, see if we can get some nice crispy wings, kind of like doing a vortex on a Weber kettle. Let's do it. First cook. All right, we're going to let this thing go, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour, something like that, and see what we got. All right, we're 45 minutes in on this cook. Let's take a peek. I did notice I've come down to about 375 is a temp it's holding at right now, so let's see what we got going on. So, they're definitely cooked. All right, definitely cooked, but at that temperature, we're going to have a hard time getting them crispy. I think we're going to have to fire up the other burner here. And maybe what I'll do is I'll put them to the center, turn off my middle burner, and then we'll get the outside burner going. I'm trying to keep it indirect as much as possible. So kind of get them moved in here. All right, so we'll let these go. I'll probably check on it in about 5 minutes or so, because this thing gets pretty freaking hot, that big burner on. So we'll be back in about 5. All right, 5 minutes is up. Let's take a peek. We're already up to 500 degrees now. Give them a flip here. All right, let's give it another 5. All right, another 5 minutes down. We're still holding right at a little 500 degrees. Oh yeah. You can see they're getting done now. Trying to keep them protected here. All right, we're gonna let them go a little bit longer. Try to get them crisp up as much as possible. You can give me some melted butter and some Old Bay seasoning. That's what we're gonna do with them. All right, let's take a peek here. All right, I think we're good. All right, so in here we got some melted butter. We'll hit them up with some Old Bay. This Old Bay idea was inspired by Ron at 4 Seasons Barbecue. He just did a video doing Old Bay on wings. I'm like, you know, that's a good idea. I've done it before. Well, I bet it's been forever. I kind of like dousing them in butter and doing that. I mean, you can season them ahead of time and cook them. All right. I guess my idea was kind of a fail, but I don't know. I mean, I went 45 minutes. How long? If I went another half hour, would they crispen up at that temp? I mean, assuming they would over time, but I didn't know how long I wanted to go. But we fired this thing up, and you know, within about 12 minutes, got them crispened up pretty good. But my original idea didn't quite work out as I hoped. But however, let's try a wing. They're still looking good. Well, there you go. We did recover. Wings came out good, but I don't know if that concept will work. Maybe I'll try it again and let it go longer. But anyways, that's it for now. So just a crazy idea for the first cook on the Weber Q2800 N Plus. I like it. I mean, I've loved all the Weber Qs I've had. So from the first one to this one. So the next thing I do, I want to crank it up, get it super hot, and do some steak. That's kind of what the next thing I want to do on it. But so yeah, keep an eye out. We'll eventually do a steak video on it next, and then that's it. And I got some other ideas we'll try on it since it's bigger and we got some room. We'll try some other different things on it, see if it works out. But that is it for this video. Until next time, I'm out.